Hello and welcome to Ladies in Their 80s Talking Football. I am Troy with my mama. She's the lady in the glasses. And my Aunt Grace is the young lady wearing the what's his name again? Number 11?
AJ.
AJ Brown, wearing the AJ Brown jersey.
You still an Eagle?
Yes.
So far.
I heard somebody saw him at Trader Joe's.
And our guest this week is my friend from childhood, Mr. James Jarvis. So hello to you, sir. How are you this evening?
Good evening, and I do have a request.
Oh, okay.
Since I'm a returning guest, I think we should subtitle this maybe like Ladies in Their 80s and Man with a Plan.
We'll take that into consideration.
Thank you.
But that, you know what? I think we're going to stick with ladies in their 80s.
Oh, well.
All right, so let's talk about the NFC and the AFC championship. So, let's do acknowledge that, as Mama said a couple of weeks ago, after the divisional weekend, we have to give credit where credit is due. And so, Mr. Jarvis, you went 3-1.
What's got two thumbs and always right? This guy.
We didn't quite fare so well, but so be it. So congratulations to you, sir.
Acknowledged and appreciated.
Yeah, you're welcome. So with that being said, let's move on to the AFC and the NFC championship games. And then at the end, we will discuss our Super Bowl expectations. So, Aunt Grace and I had New England. Mama had Denver. We did not get a pick from you that week because you were not on. So, did you have New England or were you thinking Denver?
New England.
So, with that game, what stood out to the two of you as well as you, Butley? So, I to refresh, what stood out to me was we've talked about this all season. When you get the chance, take the points.
Take the field goal.
And Sean Payton, he thinks he's Vince Lombardi. He's got one Super Bowl win. He is the only coach in the history of the NFL, and yeah, I'm going to say it, to be suspended for the whole bounty gate where he was paying players to knock players out.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, that was before Mama, you really started following the game.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with that at all.
And I don't know what your format is, and I know you want to talk playoffs, but at some point, I want their opinions on. I don't know if they have one on the Bill Belichick not making the Hall of Fame.
I was just what I was thinking.
But back to the subject.
Okay, so let's hold that to the latter portion.
Yeah.
So, Aunt Grace, Mama, your thoughts on Sean Payton not taking that field goal, which would have put them up 10-0 at home against the second-year quarterback on the road. And I immediately said, just take the points, kick the field goal. You never know what's going to happen. You go up 10-0. Nobody foresaw the snow coming in as it did in the third and fourth quarter, but
that was a blizzard that came in.
Okay, it was a blizzard. So when you were watching the game, were you thinking that, or were you thinking go ahead and go for it on fourth down with a quarterback who hasn't played in 3 years?
I was thinking that they should have just gone on for the field goal.
Okay, Aunt Grace?
Likewise, I concur.
I kept saying,
Yes.
What are you doing that for? They didn't hear me.
Yeah, we yelled at the TV a lot, and I've never seen them turn around.
Yes, but
Usually people listen to me when I start screaming.
Well, usually you're holding the paddle too.
Okay, there's a 1968 flashback. So, Bully, what were your thoughts?
Same thing. I don't know if we had our text going then, but same thing. Analytics ruins the game because you can't always take time. It doesn't take time and score into account sometimes, and momentum, all that. But you've got, like I said, a backup quarterback. It's a defensive game, and you say they probably didn't. I'm sure they knew the long range forecast at some
You
point.
had to know
But
that.
all that beside, take the points.
Mhm.
I'm always take the points. And the field goals seem to be, a bad thing now, but we're old school. Take the points, especially in a game like that. I mean, how many times points at a premium? How many times with a backup
Yeah.
quarterback are you going to get those scoring opportunities?
When you don't do what you're supposed to do in those situations, it usually comes back. It comes back to haunt you. And as we have said since we started doing this, Mama and Aunt Grace, dumb loses more
Lord,
games than smart wins.
man,
That decision to not kick that field goal, who knows how it's going to turn out? But you kick the field goal, you go up 10-0, you're putting a lot more pressure on the team
Mhm.
on the road in a hostile environment.
Mhm.
Let's move on to the Rams and Seattle. So Mama and Aunt Grace had Seattle. I had the Rams. I really thought the Rams would win that game. Sam Darnold is continuing to prove me wrong. Mama, Aunt Grace, James, your thoughts?
ladies first.
Go ahead, sis.
Well, I, I just had a lot of faith in him. He had been going so well, towards the end, well, all year, but really towards the end of the season. And just had a lot of faith in him.
Aunt Grace, I get that. Yes, he had been playing well all year. Our problem is Butley and our problem is we remember the Sam Darnold from
From
2 years with the Jets and
I
then
know,
with the
but
Carolina
last year,
Panthers.
right. And he learned that was learning
Yeah, that was he was.
experience. And then he had different coaches. So when you come up with
that,
the right
that's a
coach,
good point. That's a good point. But they will also call him until he proved himself. This, you know what they used to call him? Same old Donald. So,
yeah.
yeah, I
Butley,
mean,
in our family, this is why we call Aunt Grace Sunshine Sister because she will make that sun come out.
rose-colored glasses, no matter what.
But he seems to be really vested now in his team. I think he's found a good fit,
Yeah.
and he is determined that he's going to show all of us what he can do,
Including the Vikings.
especially the Vikings.
Yeah, Justin Jefferson is already whining. But I think you made a good point. I think coaching speaks because I think they hit the lottery with the coach. But let's also take into account he's probably throwing to the best receiver in the NFL, Jackson Smith and Jigba, or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
And Cooper Kupp was the former MVP. And although he's not what he used to be, he's still
Good.
So serviceable.
good. Yeah, exactly. So, and I mean, he's running a good offense. So, but yes, he's
Yeah.
producing too. So,
Then you have Walker.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, running back.
Yeah.
But I don't think he gets enough credit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
So,
so with that being said, let's move on to Belichick and then we'll come back to the Super
but I
Bowl.
was
Oh, go ahead.
about that game because I like you. I thought the Rams would win. Their defense, which I never, they were a no show. I
They
mean,
couldn't stop them at all.
they couldn't stop a nosebleed.
No.
But I mean, that's what surprised me. I give Seattle credit; they had an excellent game plan, and I do think home field played a big part in that. But still, the Rams' defense was a no show.
Let's move on to JMJ's favorite team, the Steelers. In the past, they've gone with people that are in their 30s, early 40s. This year, they selected someone who's 2 years younger than I am, and I'll be 65 this year. So they went with 63-year-old Mike McCarthy. Your thoughts?
The owner's delusional because he thinks they're playoff ready, and they're one play away, one play
I
away.
know. Can you believe that?
Did you go to the games? Did you watch? I want to write and say, do you have cable? Because you evidently you don't even have a quarterback, and you want Aaron Rodgers back, who his next snap might be. Yeah, that's just
It's mind-boggling what they're
yeah,
thinking.
they're just totally delusional. You know, I've lost faith in them. They usually, and I mean, yeah, Mike Tomlin. What's to say? Better the devil you know than you don't know. He, you know, things have come out since he's what I want to say stepped down. I heard they underpay their assistants, so that speaks to why they can't get quality assistants. The facility's outdated. They're the only team in the NFL that shares a practice facility with a college team, the University of
Oh, I
Pitt.
did. Oh,
Yeah,
I wasn't aware of
yeah,
that.
yeah.
yeah.
They play their games in
Right. Same
they,
stadium.
so they got a whole lot that he overcame that now just coming out. And so he was holding that thing together with duct tape and super glue. So,
Huh.
but
So
they're gonna miss him before he misses them. I'll say that now. I'll go on record saying that
I
now.
would agree with that. Did it surprise you that pick, Mama?
Yeah, because
Yes. I was very surprised and very disappointed
And you were disappointed because of?
because I don't care how much they say that Tomlin uh, resigned on his own,
Mhm.
that he was just forced out. Simple as that. I'll call a spade a spade. And then they're going to replace him with
Has been.
someone that is
a reach.
not the caliber at all of what Tomlin could produce.
A retread.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never been a fan of taking out somebody else's garbage or taking in somebody else. And I mean, you don't want to say race played a factor, but you know we don't get second chances. And they said that 10 NFL openings and not one,
Not one.
not one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and they're talking about they're going to revisit the Rooney Rule. I mean, that has some validity, but I mean, there are ways around that. All you got to do is interview. Yeah, play.
Right. All you have to do is interview. Yeah.
Yeah.
So not one position in a league that is predominantly people
Mhm.
of color.
Well, I think
Not one position was filled by anyone of color. And maybe they might give lip service to Robert Saleh and say that he's a minority.
he's a person of color, but
Yeah, but
Okay.
it'll come back around and bite them.
What goes around comes around. Okay, let's move on to Mr. Belichick.
Go ahead, Jane.
We've discussed this.
I was shocked. I thought if there's anyone who gets in on the first ballot, it would be him. I understand why people didn't want to vote him in for some of the things that he's done in the past,
Mhm.
but there have been people who've done some crazy things as
But
well in the past who've gotten in.
what I have always said,
Hmm.
watch what bridges you burn, because you may need that bridge to help you get across. And there came back to bite him, and he deserved it, as far as I'm concerned.
Hey, no love lost for me.
what you say? No, because you and Eric were all over me when I said, hey, I didn't have a problem with it. Y'all were up in arms about it.
I felt he should have got in just based on his record. He's got 6 Super Bowl wins, but I do understand, to Mama's point about burning bridges and some of the cheating scandals and so forth.
That's right.
And but I think had he been nicer to the media and in press conferences, people would have voted him in. They would have overlooked all of the other stuff. But because I'll just say it, he was a nasty person in press conferences. He talked down to sports writers like, who are you to question anything that I do? And to that point, I think it came back to bite him.
Yeah.
I think that was part of it, but also, like I said, in listening to the aftermath, the system is outdated, number one, because they were saying, you know, you pit him against somebody else. They say now that him and Robert Kraft canceled each other out because they couldn't both get in. I think it's limited to 5 people.
5 per year. Yeah.
And just like personality shouldn't be that big a part of it. How you do interview stuff like that, but writers do hold grudges. They can be small minded.
Mhm.
Some of his Super Bowls are tainted. That's why, and this will open up a whole nother debate. I don't. They say the GOAT Brady. You take away the Tuck Rule Super Bowl, the Falcons giving away the game, blowing the biggest lead,
28-3.
the dumbest play call in Super Bowl history. That's just three right there. And and Spygate and Inflategate,
Deflategate. Yep.
all that matters. I mean, to me,
Yeah, it does.
so is he Hall of Fame worthy? Yes. First team, you should be above reproach, and you can't say that about him. So I had no problem with it.
Those are excellent points.
And given, like I said, the criteria when you got to vote this guy, and yeah, so yeah, when you say first ballot, Hall of Fame, cream of the crop, spotless record, that's me. Best of the best. It's on record. I mean, like you said, there's guys in there have done stuff, but most of it was off field. This is on field stuff, so that carries more weight.
Excellent point.
Yeah. So because
Well, you are firing on all cylinders.
Oh yeah. Hot.
So let's move on to the Super Bowl. So, Mama, Aunt Grace, who do you all like? The Seahawks are a 4.5 favorite. Over and under is 45.5. I know Mama and Aunt Grace do not get involved with the overs and unders.
No.
Well,
who do you
still
like?
going with Seattle.
Going with Seattle. She's on the Sam Darnold train. Okay.
Yes.
Mama?
I'm with Seattle. There's
Okay.
no way I'm going for the Patriots.
Okay.
What she said.
All right. I guess once again I'm the lone wolf.
Oh.
I'm going with New England.
You seriously think New England's going to win?
I don't. I think they'll cover. I think they'll cover the 4.5.
Okay.
I think it'll be a field goal game.
Yeah, they say they think it's going to be low scoring. So yeah, but so you
Yeah, that's what they
Seattle's
say.
going to win, but New England's going to cover.
They say May has a slight shoulder issue.
Yeah. And especially if the line moves up to 5, I will definitely take New England. Hey, I've been wrong before, and you know how much I like underdogs. So
I'm going to go on record.
Mm-hmm.
Seattle in a blowout.
Wow.
All right, welcome aboard.
Which means
Grace picked the Eagles in a blowout last year.
Which means 10 or more.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, they're going to show their stuff.
Yeah, and I think, and not knocking them, but New England's been the beneficiary of bad play, bad teams, misfortune of injuries. To me, if Bo Nix was healthy, Denver wins.
Oh, I agree with that. The thing that makes me consider New England a bit more is I thought, betting lines, I thought if Seattle was going to be an overwhelming favorite, they would be a 5.5, 6-point favorite, not a 4.5 point favorite. So, Butley, I know you follow it, but you don't always look at the lines all the time like I do. But I could be wrong, but hey, I was wrong last week. I've been wrong before. I think they'll keep it close.
The Patriots also have 2 players from the Richmond area.
I know the running back.
Henderson, yeah.
Henderson, and the other one is Morgan Moses.
Oh, yeah, went to UVA.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Forgot about him. He's been in the league a while.
Yeah, a good while. I think he also played with the Jets a couple of times. And
Mama does her research.
Well, you know that one of the greatest players in Seattle history, Kenny Easley's from Chesapeake.
Yes.
And,
Oscar C. Smith High School, if I remember right.
There it is. And Cam Chancellor, Norfolk, Legion of Boom, Doom.
Oh, that's right. Yep.
Check on him. Yeah. And one thing about Henderson, he's a rookie this year.
Yeah.
And he's playing well, but I'm still for Seattle.
Okay, on that note, we will leave it there. I will see you all next week after the game. Mr. Jarvis, thank you for hopping on. I
Anytime.
always end with Mama, you know I love you, and Aunt Grace, you know I love you too.
Love you
Love you
more.
Oh, thank
also.
you.
Love you
And
too, Budley.
I love y'all too, and I
And
follow
also,
Troy.
but we have
Aunt
to,
Grace, you have some parting
yes,
words?
yes, we have to thank our viewers and listeners, and for them to tell all of their friends and neighbors, and to listen to the ladies in their 80s and enjoy.
And the man with the plan.
Oh, the man with
With
the
the plan.
plan. Yes, he comes by ever so often.
Yep.
All right. Y'all have a good night. I will talk to you next week.
Okay.
Bye.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.